So Yamil, it looks like your plan for revenge ended in failure. Yes, and I'm glad too. Huh? I think I kind of understand now what you've been feeling these 10 years. She understood. She shed tears for me. That's when my revenge was over. She saved me from the darkness. Well, I guess it's time we got back. A new 10 years later was just born. Right, we should get back to our new present. I can't wait to see Miss Lynn and Miss Camilla again. So these past 10 years will now all vanish. Well, not completely. The memories of all of us here will remain, including the memory of what I did, my crime. That's the way this game of the dead works, huh? And no matter what the reason, there's no denying the fact I took Lynn hostage and tried to point a gun at her. I have no intention of running away from that either, the most inexcusable crime in my new life. Hey, Sissel. Yes? When we go back, our fates will no longer be interconnected. It'll be like we never met. So before that happens, I just wanted to say one thing. Tonight, I stole away your life with my own hands. I am truly sorry. That's already a thing of the lost past. Our fates have changed now, right, Yamil? Thank you, Sissel. I'm so very glad I met you. Me too, Yamil. Sissel, are we ever going to see each other again? I couldn't stand it if we weren't. Don't worry, Miss Earl, I'll bet we'll see each other again someday. 10 years from now, our paths are sure to cross. We'll just have to wait until then. Sissel, I'll never forget you! And I'll never forget you either, valiant little doggy. Well, it looks like you come to live with me now. So let's be getting home, little backfat. Home, huh? That sounds good, Detective Gerald.
I would so want that cat.
We all witnessed the birth of a new beginning, and now we're each going back to our own new present. What, just because it's basically an immortal cat? We said goodbye to the parts of the stories that we'd be lost, believing that someday our paths would all cross again. Oh, but wait, we can't go back quite yet. Wait. Before you go back to a new present, I wanted to thank you. It's Ray! Before I cease to exist. Oh, it's you! Yes, it's I, Ray, in case you have forgotten again. Thanks to you, everything has turned out as I hoped. I'm really grateful to you, Sissel, thank you. But don't forget, I was only on a journey to find my own lost memory. Yes, I know that. I know all about you. Can I ask you a question, Ray? I want to know, who exactly are you? Fair enough, I will tell you. Let me tell you about another version of tonight's events. You changed the fates of many people tonight, the first of which was hers. Bye, Jigo! That was satisfying. If you had not been there for her tonight, her fate would have been to die in that lonely spot on the outskirts of town. What, if that had occurred, what do you suppose would have happened? Let me tell you a story. The story of a little creature. After they stole her life that night, they broke into her apartment. They stole the wooden box from the ceiling, hiding place, and left. And in the process, two little dead bodies were left behind. However, the little fellow's spirit lived on. He desperately reached out his paw towards his mistress, and that's when a miracle occurred. What? Look at that! The powers of the dead, but how? He didn't really understand it himself, not yet anyway. With all you know, I bet you understand it now, do you not? Hey, wait a minute! That's right. He died inside the aura of that strange energy. But unfortunately, with his meager powers, he was unable to save his little mistress. There just wasn't anything he could do with only the power to swap objects. He needed the power to manipulate objects in order to save the little lady. The little fellow chased after the men, but there still wasn't anything he could do. In the end, he was left behind with the man in the red in the deep, deep sea. And then he went back. He went back to the world 10 years before, to the moment of the man in red's death. What? He decided to wait it out. He decided to wait until that night came again. And that is the other version of the story of this night. A story that has taken these 10 years to be retold. So that was you, huh? That's right, I'm Missile. 10 years is a very long time in dog years. You couldn't change the fates of these people on your own, so you decided to wait those 10 years out. Exactly, and then at last, that fateful night rolled around again. By this time, I had grown old and my powers were weak. So I decided I need to find someone to help me this time around. Someone who possessed different powers than me. But wait a second, you were able to manipulate that disc lamp. Over the course of the long years, my powers changed. My ability to swap objects weakened, but I became able to manipulate small objects. But in that case, why didn't you cooperate with yourself? Because I couldn't. Huh? From watching the man in red, I found out there were individual differences in our powers. I couldn't do any of the things he could, like travel through the telephone lines, for example. What? It may not seem like much, but it's a very important power, especially if you're trying to chase somebody. But there's something I don't understand. You knew from the very beginning I had that power. How did you know so much about me? Why wouldn't I? After all, we had met before on that night the first time around. We what? We met before? From listening to the conversation of the two intruders to the apartment, I learned that Miss Lynn had lost her life at that junkyard on the edge of town. I followed the ghost world past to the junkyard and came across an incredible scene. Imagine, if you will, there in the darkness, a twisting and swiveling desk lamp. It made my first stand on it, I can tell you. That was me? So I was shot that night the first time around as well. You had lost your memory that time too. You were just tired and you felt confused. You declined to cooperate with me. I did what? I just want to find my own lost memory. I'm sorry, but I can't help you. That's what you said. And then you disappeared, away over the telephone line. I'm really sorry I didn't help you. That's why I decided that this time I would use that desire of yours to our mutual advantage. Mutual advantage? The only thing you were interested in finding was your own lost memory. If I could guide you along the right path to doing that, we would both benefit. And namely, the right path would be the path to the man in red, to your meal. What? I gave you all the information you needed to know to set you in the right direction. And then I gave you a time limit. A time limit? That's right, as you know, I said you had until tomorrow morning. If I hadn't have done that, you wouldn't have found out the truth tonight. And the man in red would have been sealed away at the bottom of the sea forever. If that had happened, it would have been all over. Then you mean that the thing about ceasing to exist? Oh, that's completely made up. A little naughty of me, I know. But I just wanted... but I just wanted you to use your time wisely. Oh boy. I hate to admit it, but this little doggy really outsmarted me in every way. Let's just call it the wisdom that comes with age. And now it's time to say farewell. These past 10 years will cease to exist, and with them, so will I. Missile. I believe
your consciousness will cease to exist soon.
I always knew you could do it, and so you did. Thank you from the bottom of my heart. Missile. So you waited and waited these 10 long years, all for the sake of your two ladies, Lynn and Camilla, huh? Of course, because that's what doggies do. Now then, farewell, Sissel. Now that is loyalty.
Yes. All that time, just so we could save Camilla.
I made my way back to a new present. I'm gonna have to split this into... I think I'm gonna have to split this as well.
Aww.
It's 39 flipping minutes. Huh? How come it's dark? I'll just turn on the lights here. Once again, that thing. Dun, 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 dun. Cupid! Were you surprised? You bet I was. You nearly scared me to death. Yippee! It worked! But it's not even my birthday today. It was Mum's birthday the day before yesterday. I made this surprise for her, but it came out so well I wanted to use it again.
The death machine.
That's alright, Lynn. After all, we're celebrating the birth of your new position as detective, right? Really? Thank you, Detective Gerald. Dad, you're home! Hi, Camilla. Let me introduce you. This is Lynn. She was just assigned to the detective division today. Hi, Camilla. It's nice to meet you. Nice to meet you too, Lynn. Congratulations on becoming a detective. Huh? Is something wrong? You have one of those badges too? Oh, this? Yeah. I have one just like it. My dad gave it to me the other day. But yours looks a lot older than mine, though. How long are you going to keep wearing that toy badge, Lynn? What's wrong with it? To me, this is a symbol of a real detective. It's been 10 years since then, hasn't it? Who would have guessed you'd actually become a detective one day? When you gave me...
Who would have guessed?
When you gave me this badge, I just knew. I just knew it was my destiny somehow. Destiny, huh? And now that I'm a detective, I'll find out where that destiny will lead me. Haha, that you will, that you will.
To the...
Sissel! Oh, hello, don't tell me you're that same little kitten. That's right, the very one. You know what, this is a very, very special cat. He's 10 years old, but he's still a kitten. Still a kitten? Yep, he never got any bigger or anything. Wow, what a mysterious little fellow. I know, right?
I want a cat that's always a kitten.
I know, right? His name is Sissel. Sissel. It seems to me I heard that name somewhere before. I think Sissel likes you, Lynn. Alright, everyone, let's start the celebration. Okay, Mom. I bet you're just like me. Your destiny led you here somehow, too. And so we meet again, Sissel. From just that single night as a human, I got a glimpse into their world and I learned something. Their fates, their lives were all interconnected. Somewhere, somehow, in some way. And now, this is my new fate. Temsic meteorite through his heart.
Immortal kitten.
Yep. I guess I really am a cat. It suits me fine to curl up and watch. Watch the strange, beautiful patterns of their lives unfold. And it looks like I'll have plenty to watch here for quite a while. And here are the credits, but we're gonna wait because there are some little after developments. Like this, for example. Cabanella and Missile. Happy birthday to a lovely Lynn. Like I said, it isn't my birthday. Hey, Missile, I thought I asked you to stay home and guard the fort. But birthdays are for celebrating together with friends and loved ones. Nothing like it, baby. And so he eats spaghetti while Lynn and Jowd scoff themselves with chicken. Okay. So, we get to see the new present lives of everyone else. So there's the blue and green inspector and the police detective. There, how'd you like it? Not bad, huh? But definitely not good. Maybe now I can be a great detective, just like Inspector Cabanella. What kind of example is this inspector providing for his men?
Not a good one.
Oh, come on, I have to see Bailey. Just dance one more time.
Dancing Bailey.
Oh, there's the chief itchy feet.
Uh-huh.
The detective bride and Memory. Memory, what are you doing here? I heard you were going to be picking new members for the Special Investigation Unit today. So you took a part-time job here just so you could eavesdrop? Oh, you have no idea the lengths I'll go to reach my goals. And if you notice that little sparkle, she put a ladybug on the chicken. Let's just hope she doesn't cause them to die this time. And there's Mr. Singer.
The chicken kitchen guy?
Yep. Is this really necessary, this new curried chicken item? Oh, but our very best customer requested it. Now good luck with the taste testing. Oh boy, I don't think I could eat another bite. Just who exactly is this very best customer anyway? It's Sausage Head!
Sausage Head.
Well, that's what everyone else called him.
Oh right, that guy.
Yeah.
Since none of them get arrested for doing crazy shit that they didn't do.
Exactly. And here are those two. Are you sure we really need all these explosives? Not to worry, Beauty, my dear. I followed the instructions exactly. 20 kilograms of gunpowder, just like it said. Wait a minute, 20 kilograms? I thought it was 20 grams! Yeah. So this is where you work, huh, Papa? That's right, sweetheart. Darling husband, don't you have any ideas at all you could give me? You must have heard some juicy stories, the indiscretions of a minister, perhaps? Now, must you talk that way in front of our darling angel? Here's to the stodgy mind of my darling husband. She clinks her glass against his forehead and it makes a tink. How does it make a tink when it's smashed against someone's forehead?
It could be his head that's doing the tink sound.
That doesn't make any sense unless he's wearing a tiara.
Or if his head is hollow.
Well, that too. This deal is going quite well. Oh, I must say, these grapes are quite good, my man. The owner is about to scrape the bottom of the sea, sir. Be forewarned, sir. Egad! Keep it together, man. Are you trying to give me a case of the vapors? I believe I nearly died of fright just now. And there's the rocker. Love, peace, and rock and roll. There's Pigeon Man. But his pigeon goes off and joins the other pigeons to rock out. But what amuses me is the fact that the rock and roll guy is actually wearing prison stripes. They really should have changed that. Yeah. Bailey!
Dancing away.
Yep. Today's the day, you know. He's finally getting out. You know, everyone's starting to get real tired of seeing you do that. Then let me show you a dance. A new dance that's been passed down in our family for generations. We do this when we have a stomachache. We call it Dance Away the Pain. Oh, I'm real interested in that one. Think you could show it to me, say, next week? You got it! He starts dancing fast again. Oh, gotta love Bailey. So yes, that is Ghost Trick Phantom Detective. And see, this is why I say, you know, I don't get why somebody actually complained about the ending. Because I thought that ending was awesome.
Yeah. It does have a bit of a Deus Ex Machina ending. Oh, sort of. The whole, it was all a giant plot by one little dog.
Yeah. And here we go. 10 long years, Yamil, your time's up today. The young lady who always comes to visit you is waiting outside. thank you, Sissel.
Sissel.
Emil was spared the pain of those 10 years. He was spared the pain of his fiancée passing away without him. And the last picture he drew was of Sissel. And now I love this, the little transition. The adult Sissel from that past, from where Emil remembered it, to his new present in the family portrait.
What was that?
Sigh of contentment. Saving, do not turn off power. Saving complete, returning to title.
Yeah.
And
that, everyone, is Ghost Trick Phantom Detective.
I am really, really glad that you ended up pointing this out to me, Darren.
Well, I introduced the game to you. I felt like I deserved to do that. So, there. Nah.
Well, I hope you all enjoyed it as much as I did. As for my next LP, I really don't know at this point, because I didn't really expect to be done with this.
So early.
Yeah.
Because you just started this week and finished it in a single day.
Yes, but I am going to have to edit all the videos, all the recordings I've done, 15 chapters worth of episodes. I'm going to have to edit.
And you don't want to post them all too often, so they're going to be staggered over the next week or so.
Well, more than 1 week, because depending on how many videos I get through with.
Is it still recording?
Yes.
Yes. Okay.
Anyway, we don't need to discuss that right now. So, I don't have any idea what my next LP is going to be, but it's going to be a while before I can do it because I need to edit all these videos. So, until the next time, farewell, my friends, and I will see you next project.
Bye-bye.
Bye.